Namaskar, my progressive souls. Welcome to our talk show, PositiWitty with Praveen. Today, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, perfectionism. Perfectionism kills. Yes, you heard it right, my dear friends. Perfectionism kills. In fact, globally, perfectionism kills 20 times more people than terrorism. Research has found that 70% of the young people who committed suicide were in the habit of creating exceedingly high expectations of themselves. Perfectionism is a mirage. And if you call yourself a perfectionist, my dear friends, it's time to rethink. Yes, it's time to rethink. Today, we're going to bring to you an ex-perfectionist, a young, highly successful orthopedic surgeon who has been a topper throughout his life, secured a free MBBS seat for his outstanding academic performance. Though a very high achiever in life, now a managing director of a successful multi-specialty hospital in the Telangana state of India, he still felt that void in life and lacked self-esteem. He consciously chose to stop running after that mirage of perfection and chose progress over perfection. Now he's a thought leader and authority on what he calls Profection, progress over perfection. My perfectionist souls, please join hands in welcoming the young, dynamic orthopedic surgeon who is a server at heart, Dr. Ankit Agur. Ankit, we are extremely delighted to have you here today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for such a powerful introduction, Praveen, and I'm really honored and blessed to be here with you on this show today.
You are actually what every parent would want their son or daughter to be. And a lot of our young viewers would also want that for themselves. You are a successful orthopedic surgeon and now a gratitude and resilience coach on Profection. So Dr. Ankit, from fixing fractured bones to mending fractured egos, that has been quite a journey. Tell us about your story, Dr. Ankit.
Yes, Praveen. So, like you said, it's been quite a hell of a journey being from a doctor to a resilience coach in Profection. So my story starts from my earliest childhood memories. I was the first grandson or the first child in my family. And everyone used to pamper me a lot. My parents loved me a lot. My grandparents used to pamper me a lot. And as is the norm, they wanted me to be the best. They wanted me to be perfect. And I was always taught to be extremely, extremely hardworking and always be perfect in whatever I do. So, I used to be a topper in school. I used to always get first rank from first class to even 10th class, and then got into a free MBBS seat and then PG, and then I became a really good orthopedic surgeon. So my journey of perfection starts with the realization that I was a perfectionist. So much so that in nursery, when my mom asked me to speak only in English to improve my English speaking skills, I stuck to speaking English from nursery till 10th class. Be it even in Hindi class or Telugu class, my teachers and friends used to beat their heads, making me speak in Telugu or Hindi. But I never veered away. I used to always speak in English. So that was the level of my perfection. But being such a high achieving student, even at that time, I was actually very scared. I used to suffer from extreme anxiety and fear of failure. So much so that I couldn't even bear coming second rank in the class. So much so that whenever we used to get report cards, when teachers used to distribute the report cards, I had to open my report card, put my hand, close my ears, and uh, by finger, I used to open it, trying to see my rank as slowly as possible. So that was the extreme anxiety and fear of failure I used to have. And then from that fear of failure, I used to have a lot of anxiety issues, a lot of self-esteem issues, self-worth issues, and even my parents wanted me to be an extremely good boy, like all other parents, and they have to ask me, be nice to your friend, be nice to family, and all. It's nothing bad which they said, but it's only that I was so I wanted to be perfect in even being that, so much so that I used to suppress my expression. I should never speak what I felt like. I should never speak whenever I felt hurt. From that age, from that stage, I've discovered the beauty of progress over perfection. From when I started using progress instead of perfection, I've been able to expand my awareness, expand my consciousness, and I've been able to do things which I couldn't even imagine. In fact, if you asked Ankit of like 5-6 years back, if ever he would be an author, I'll be like, what the hell? What's an author and me? But because of this progress, I wanted to put a step towards my purpose and my life's dreams.
I can relate so much with you, especially on that perfection. I used to be a perfectionist, and then I decided to give priority to progress over perfection.
Beautiful.
And you're shortly writing a book and also a course on perfection, Dr. Ankit. Tell our viewers, what exactly is this perfection?
So, perfection is simply progress or perfection. The pursuit of perfection kills more dreams than help achieve them. And when you focus on progress in your life, when you focus on progress with a very pure intention and a pure purpose in your life, you will achieve beyond your wildest of imagination. If you see in the history of the great people in the world, they've actually always focused on the next big thing, next great thing. They never had one huge goal which they achieved and they wanted to be perfect in it. So the pursuit of perfection will help you achieve beyond the wildest of imagination. So in my course and in my book, I'll be focusing on 3 steps of perfection. First is foundation, second one is implementation, and third one is my favorite, celebration. So in foundation phase, I'll be speaking about the 3 questions: why, what, and how. Why does a person do what he does, right? Any action a person does is based on his values or is based on his hierarchy of priorities. Say me and my wife come from a shopping mall, and a group of friends come and ask my wife, which were the most beautiful shops selling really good clothes. She would tell the exact location of the shop, the name of the shop, the color of the fonts of the shop, all those things. But if you ask the same thing to me, I'll be like, what? Was there even a shop by that name there? At the same time, if my guy friends come and ask me something regarding technology or something regarding computers and all, I'll be like, oh yeah, that shop was in the exact same mall where we went along with my wife. So your perception and action of any person depends on the hierarchy of values, and this determination of hierarchy of values defines the why. Second one is what. Each and every person needs to have a purpose in life, their driving force, and it's very important that a person finds his purpose as soon as possible in life. And most of the times the greatest of achievements come when a purpose has been formed, and the purpose always comes from a void or a kairos moment. Say for example, I want to be a perfection coach because that was being a perfectionist, and I've been a victim of perfection, and that has been my biggest pain point or void in life. And now I've changed that void into my purpose, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go and achieve my purpose. So finding the purpose is the second most important thing, and that constitutes the what and how. It's very important that whenever a person stops or fails or falls down in his journey of achieving his purpose, he should have an understanding of his strengths as well as weaknesses, and he should have an equilibrium between the strengths and weaknesses, because whenever he falls down, he'll get up by using his strengths and also by working on his weaknesses. And this balance or equilibrium when a person has with regards to his strengths and weaknesses, that is when no one can stop him from progressing in life. So this is my why, what and how in the foundation phase. The second phase of my profession is in implementation of perfection. So while progressing, you need to have few parameters by which you gauge your progress, right? So the first parameter is results. I say results because these results are not with respect to the goals or the destination, but these results are with respect to the time, energy, and efforts you've put. So if you've put efforts more than what you've put yesterday or more than what you've put last hour, I'd say that's a step towards progress. And same thing with respect to even energy. If you feel good doing whatever you're doing compared to what you've done yesterday, that's a progress. And this progress should be continuous and consistent. Even a small progress is enough, but it should be consistent and continuous. So results are the first parameter, and second parameter is relationship. Praveen, there's been a really beautiful study which has been done recently, where people at the fag end of their life, say 70s or 80s, they've been asked what did they most cherish in their life. And most of them, if not all of them, have told relationships are the ones which they cherish the most in life, be it the rich person or be it a poor person. So I judge a person's growth, or I judge a person's parameter during implementation with respect to his relationships which he forms with the outside world as well as the inside world. The outside world with respect to his family, friends, colleagues, and improvement in all these relationships, or progress in all these relationships. At the same time, which is the inner world. Praveen, your relationship with yourself is the only thing which is going to define where you go in your life. And progress in your relationship with yourself, the dialogue which you have with yourself, is the one which will always helps you pick yourself up and go forward, because nothing can beat the motivation that the love for yourself gives. And this brings to the third step in perfection, that's celebration. We come into this world crying, and we leave this world making others cry. And it's only fair that we fill this void in between with full of love and celebration. Most of us tend to take life too seriously. And in the end, it's just a journey of, say, 70 to 80 years. The moments which you have with your family, or the precious moments which you have with your kids, they might never come back. But your achievements, your goals, you'll always have time to achieve them later. So celebrate not your achievements, not your goals, but celebrate your existence. Every breath you take should be a celebration, and you just should celebrate in a way that you feel like hugging yourself. And that self-love and celebration will give you the strength to achieve whatever you want in life. So these are my 3-step formula, which I'll be sharing in my book, as well as which I'll be coaching people in my course on Profection, Praveen.
Oh man, this is powerful, Dr. Ankit. And this is so practical in life, starting with you. It is all in you to achieve what you want in life. And keep celebrating life. Life is fun. Enjoy it. Don't be too serious about life.
Yes,
I
Praveen.
love this framework, Dr. Ankit, and I hope this course changes millions and millions of lives. There's a little
Thank you.
doubt that could come in people's mind, and I thought, let me ask it a little proactively. If I don't look for perfection, I'm not setting ambitious benchmarks for myself. Does overlooking perfection pull me into mediocrity?
So that's a really beautiful question, Praveen, and a very practical one at that. And that's why the foundation part, the very first step in perfection, is the most important. Finding your true purpose in your life, and discovering and being aware of your values, your hierarchical principles in your life, and aligning these two together, you know that you're in the right direction. And when you are in the right direction, any progress, be it an inch, be it even a millimeter, will actually propel you towards new heights. So definitely, when you're going towards your purpose, Praveen, even a millimeter is not mediocre.
So, how does progress over perfection instill positivity in you, and how does it help you, Ankit?
So Praveen, honestly speaking, the very essence of progress is positivity. You know, unless a person is positive, unless a person learns to let go of the negatives and learns to let go of the situations and circumstances which are negative around him, he won't have the strength to pull himself up and keep progressing forward. So yes, the very essence of perfection, or the very essence of progress in life, is positivity, Praveen.
Wow, Dr. Ankit, this was amazing to know about your framework, Profection. And this brings us to the most exciting section of our conversation with Dr. Ankit. 60 Sex Quickie Challenge. Ankit, are you
Yes,
ready to
Praveen.
play this challenge with us?
Yes, sounds interesting.
Here is the first question for you, Dr. Ankit. Your favorite place to visit in the world?
Deep within my heart.
The first thing you do as soon as you wake up?
Be thankful.
Your imperfect moment in life?
It's perfect.
How many broken bones have you fixed, Dr. Ankit?
I think more than 500.
What's your biggest gratitude in life?
My kids.
Your biggest influence in life?
My Gurujis, Sri Ravi Shankar.
When do you feel the most creative?
When I follow my purpose.
This was so much fun, Dr. Ankit, talking to you. I hope your message and this powerful framework of perfection changes many, many million lives, that are killed by perfection.
Thank you, Praveen. Thank you. And yeah, like I do have a goal to reach 1 million people and help them reach their true potential and be the most authentic self through the power of perfection. And yes, I'm really blessed, honored, and it was extremely fun being with you here today on your channel, Praveen.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ankit. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
My dear friends, you saw perfection leads to anxiety, depression, lower self-esteem, mental health disorders. Even the top achievers like Dr. Ankit have faced the evils of it. If I can say, perfectionism is toxic. Progress over perfection is healing. Perfectionism is mirage. Progress is real. Perfectionism is self-destruction. Progress is self-elevation. Perfectionism is self-criticism, my dear friends. And progress is celebration of life. Thank you so much for watching this show. We hope you enjoyed this show with Dr. Ankit. If you liked it, please subscribe to our channel PositiWitty, and don't forget to press the bell button to get regular updates. Namaskar. Bye-bye.